Here's a quick recap of all the current projects on our land. First, we are adding on a mudroom to our tiny cabin. After a year in this tiny house and one winter, the addition of a mudroom is the perfect thing to prevent many of the issues we had on cold winter days and rainy days. Then, simultaneously, we are painting the cabin black whenever it isn't raining, which is seemingly every other day. Thus, it has been a project that has taken over a month. Today's project came into existence after the fox and raccoon attacks on our land. We used to let our ducks and chickens free range all day and into the barn for the night. After the attacks, we no longer let them free range and we have them in an electric fence area. However, we do not feel comfortable leaving them, so one of us always stays on the land or we close them into the barn. Thus came the idea for the conservatory, a larger, safe and secure building with lots of light and room for the ducks and chickens to go into when we go away for the day. Julianne came up with a beautiful concept that has the look of a greenhouse with the security needed to keep out predators. I swear.
And this is what happens when you leave me alone.
Look at this.
I think that's what you do.
I think she's moving out. She's finally gonna actually get a full bed in her room.
I needed a bigger room. So, but again, in order to have a bigger room, I have to share with somebody. So now I gotta share with the chickens and the ducks. Welcome to the future Chicken Duck Conservatory. Jamie and I's inspiration for what our duck and chicken run would be is basically our hope is to make this look like a conservatory where it's green and luscious and enclosed and just beautiful. What I'm basically doing, besides for having built the structure, is we'll put a roof over this. I want to have really good airflow for all the warm seasons and even when it's a little cooler, so that way then it's not stuffy in here at all, because this is technically not the size it's got to be for a run for the amount of birds we have, but it's what we can afford. And biggest encouragement out there is just build what you can afford and build it right, because I've spent a lot of extra money on building things just what I could afford originally, and I should have just waited and not built anything. Thanks to this, I'm not. So this will be the fun part now. I got to do the really easy one that was specifically 5 feet long, so I didn't have to cut it or anything. So this is going to be the windows.
What's gonna be up there?
Nothing. We're just going to let anything come in. So it's going to be window, window, wood in here, wood here, window, wood, window, wood, door, yada yada yada. Same thing for the other side. So that way then it's nice airflow, good visibility, and I think the design of how I'm doing the wood is going to look really pretty. So I want you to see it first.
Behind me, look at this. Look at this art. Look at it. No, I'm not speaking about Julianne. She is artistic though. I am so impressed. This is our, what are we calling it? Conservatory. Yes. This is the Chicken Duck Conservatory, and it is way better than I even expected. It is beautiful. I want Julianne to make me a little house that looks just like this. It is going to be so cute for them. They're going to have welcome to day, I think it's 4 or 5 of the, what we're calling the conservatory build for our chickens and ducks. Basically, it's a run, aka winter center, and when we go away, or rainy day.
spot for them, so that way then they can have somewhere safe and dry, and we can go and maybe get a cup of coffee. This build has not taken super long. It's just been over the course of, I can never figure out how cameras work, 2 weeks, but about 4 to 5 days of work. And basically it's that long because the predators out there can get through a hole the size of a hot dog or less, and that is a lot of pressure because you want to make sure every little nook and cranny is actually sealed, because this is actually probably one of the most expensive builds we have done ourselves here on this land, because the fencing, all of it is just so much more money. And that's why we haven't done one yet, because we didn't need it and it was so much money to do it right. And if you do it right, you gotta pay money. So we're doing that. We're almost done. This should hopefully be last day. We want to get our team birds into here because it's getting warm here again, and they are getting stuffy in their little bins overnight. So this being fully nice and secure, I can have them sleep in here and then pick it up, and they can play in here during the day, or they'll just be, and it'll make it so much nicer. Further, it's looking beautiful. Jamie is loving it, which I'm glad, because so the way I build is everything's just in my mind. Once I get a picture of what it looks like, I can then basically figure out how much lumber I need and then build it. I don't ever draw it out. I'm not a sketcher. I've attempted at it, and the most I can do are a few straight lines. I'm not good with angles or anything, so I try to keep it pretty square, straightforward, as simple as possible, so that way then I can structurally do it well and make it look pretty. And this one is coming out as beautiful as I pictured it to come out. I am still a newbie beginner carpenter, and so to be able to do projects like this, she always catches me. Let's see if she thinks the contrast is good. Tell me if the contrast is good.
She always tries to do this. It's so
No,
dark.
isn't it good?
It's not.
No, it's very dark today. I upped it.
Aw, you're so cute. I love it. She's so cute.
Does it need to be fixed?
I think it's okay. I mean, it's a little dark.
I'm updating the folks on what today is, because it's the last day.
It is, and it looks gorgeous.
How much work you did.
Me? Oh.
Yeah, with all the stones.
This girl's been doing this project by herself for weeks.
That whole
and then
area is like literally
I do like
done.
1 hour of work, and she's like, oh my gosh. I mean,
Okay.
you practically built the place.
Stones, moving stones, rocks. Like this rock.
It is my wrist to actually do her.
It's not that big of a rock, it's not too bad. But she moved the really big ones, like proper size ones. Hi. Taking it.
He's digging.
Did you want to come in? It's really nice in here. Mind the door, it's very stabby. Booyah! One door up. So it's been hours since you've joined me. We got that fence area done.
This girl always
Tons of rocks on there. And now we're working on the doors. The one is sitting, and I ran out of wood glue. So this one, I just threw screws through, and they're all poking out on this side. But, Ma, does that look like a fancy door? We are getting so close, because that door's done and just has to get hung. A few extra pieces for security. And these babies can get in.